And we're live. Yeah. So today we're going to be got this Lenovo Smart Display this way or this way, however you want to look at it, and we'll be unboxing that and see what it's all about. This is one of the new gadgets that are based on Google's technology. So it's a voice activated with display, kind of like Echo Show from Amazon, except this is Google based. And Lenovo's up to date so far is considered to be the better version of it, although more and more are going to be coming out shortly. So let's open it up and see what it's all about. So the box looks like this, about this big. Okay, nice, polished. So let's go ahead and pull it open here. There's like a little arrow down there. And so just pull it up. There we go. And then once you pull it up, then I'm assuming we can just open it up. Okay, so now we open it up like this. So once you pull that off, it opens up like that. And let me see here. Opens up some more like that. And this is what you get inside. Whatever that is, right there. Okay. So on the front here, it says to exit, swipe from the left edge. And for quick settings, it says swipe from the bottom. So to exit, swipe left to right. And for quick settings, down to up. Okay, so we take it out. And it looks something like this. As you can see, it's got kind of a funky looking back right there. And the reason for the funky back is so it actually stands up straight and very stable on the table. That's why it's got this kind of a curvature on the back, which is pretty cool. And then the front looks like this, which is just your main display and the speaker right there on the side. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's not a tiny display. It's a decent sized display, which would look pretty good, somewhere in the kitchen or on the table. It's a decent size. It's not a dinky little screen like some other people make. No companies will be mentioned here. But this is definitely based on Google Tech. So you can do all your usual OK Google commands and go to town with those. And of course, it also has ability to display things, so it's much more than just uh, one of the other Google home devices, things like that. So there's, took the little wrapper off. You can see there, again, looking at the back right there. So I'm going to set it down. It looks like in the back, it's got a hole there for, this is how you, I'm assuming, looks like it's something you can hook up a headphones to, headphone jack. On the top, right there, you got several buttons and lights. And so there's a little light, and then there is a some sort of a flip little rocker switch. I'm assuming that's for power. And then you have up and down um, volume controls. And then there's a little light, which I'm not sure what it's for. So that's on the very top. On the bottom, it's got nothing on the bottom in terms of any kind of connections. And it's got nice little rubberized legs. You can see there's a little rubberized units there, so it's not going to be skidding anywhere. And theoretically, you can put it down like this, so it can sit vertically. Let me put the camera down so you can actually see it like that. So you can have it sitting upright like that, if that's what you want. You still have control on everything, and then you can also have it sitting in this position here, which most likely would be the typical thing, how you'd want to sit it on the table. And as you can see, because of the curvature on the back, it's very stable. It's got two little parts here. One is says get answers. So they have a bunch of Google commands there, right there. What is the basically a bunch of different things. It says you know, what's 25 times 83, and so on. So a bunch of different OK Google commands you can do through this thing too. So they give you some help there, and then it says Lenovo Smart Display. You got a little manual there, and in the manual it says it shows your usual deal. So they have front camera. Just keep in mind one of the things you can do with this device is you can stand it up right so you can see it better. You can do video conferencing on it. So that's why they have front camera. They have speaker on the side there, volume buttons like I mentioned, camera privacy shutter. Okay, so that's what that thing was. So there's a little switch that allows you to turn off so the camera, so there's privacy mode. Then you have light proximity sensor on the top. You have microphone. You have power adapter connector, touch screen. The screen is a touch screen, not just regular screen, and um, microphone mute switch, so you can turn off mic, and some sort of service tool. Number 9 is a service tool. Okay, so that's what that hole was for. It's for a service tool. Okay, deal with it. So like that. So you can set up in 3 different positions. Looks like where they show right there. They show right side and basically, as you can see right there at the top, there's 3 different positions how you can do it. And then in the box itself, it came with the little manual, and inside also there was the power adapter. Looks like this. Power adapter looks like this, and doesn't look like there's anything else there. Let me just double check. Yeah, so big box, but really mostly to just make sure it's packaged well. So the power adapter is, you know, about this big, not tiny, but at the same time not huge, and it's got one of these. It's got a little rubber band which you can use for holding the cable together, and it looks like it's about 3 footer in terms of the cable. So you can't put it too far away from the unit, which is not the best thing I would think, but it is what it is. So keep in mind you have to have power for this device somewhere close by. And so then we just go and plug it in. Um, Figure out where the power goes in. Let's see here. We'll switch there. Switch there. And I do not see where you plug in the power. That's cute. How can that be? Let's see, plug it in there. Yeah, it is. All right, so I guess this is the power adapter plug-in. So that little round thing on the back there, it doesn't look like it's gonna go in, but it does. So you can actually just plug it in, and you can see it's pretty flush with the outside there, so it makes it go quite a bit in, but not all the way in. So it's kind of cool. And then we just do this, and so we'll set it down here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it sideways a little bit like that. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it in the box itself. This will enable us to see it much better, and at the same time, uh, try to make it work and see how it works. So yeah, the unit itself is not small. So just if you have a small desk, keep that in mind. It's not the smallest thing you've ever seen. There's going to be some glare, so I'm going to kind of turn it sideways like this. So looking at the manual again, it says plugs. Lenovo turned it on, and then we got factory reset all, and it says downloading the Google Home app on the phone, connecting Lenovo Smart Display to the internet, taking this and that, using the camera privacy shutter. So we have camera privacy shutter, plastic bag notice, then put it over your head, type deal. Okay, so not much more than that, just the usual stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in down below somewhere. Apply the plug-in. Let's see if we can do this. The nice thing about the plug-in is horizontal. It's not vertical, which means that it's means I need to go get my phone so I can get the home app. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
As you can see, it started talking already. So I got my phone right here, and it says get the camera app. So I got the camera app. Let's do this up a little bit. Like that. Okay, so I got the home app on the phone here, and it says get the app, so I got it. And then it says begin setup. Go to g.co.home/home/setup. So I'm going to go to, no, it says download open Google Home app. I did that. And then if I touch this here, it doesn't do anything. Okay, well, okay, let's try it. So I'm going to go to devices, and devices, it immediately comes up under the Google Home app. It says Lenovo Smart Display, and it says need setup. So ignore setup. We're going to click on setup. It says it found it. Okay. The display found. Would you like to set up? So I'm going to say yes. It's doing this little jumping and thinking. And okay. And then it comes up with a code. It says see the code on smart display, and I do. Yes, it's connected. Is the right code. Okay, it asks you if you want to help. Where's the device? This is in. Uh, I'll give it a name. Then it's asking me to connect to Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to Wi-Fi. It says connecting. Let me see if I can turn this so you can see better. I can't really see better. So it says connecting to Wi-Fi. And it says connected. Now the cool thing about this at this point in time is notice that I didn't have to put in any Wi-Fi credentials. I just picked my home network, which is, it automatically selected as default, and it says connect. I said connect, and now it says basically it's connected. Now it says it's updating. Let me hold the light a little bit so you can see the screen better. So it says updating, and it's about 34% done. So it's just the light from the window. I apologize. But anyway, I'll just keep saying what it shows. It says follow the instructions in the Google Home app. It says before using, here are a few things to know. Google partners, services privacy, blah, blah, blah. Guest your assistant. In the meantime, it's updating 40% done. I'm going to click on next. Uh, It says teacher assistance. I already did. Because your assistant can already recognize your voice. It says it looks like you already have voice setup match. These previous recordings can be used to make voice model on this device. This should take less than a minute. And so as my home app is updating, the smart display is updating as well. It's right now 61% updated. Now I happen to be running a 100 megabit internet connection here, so it's pretty quick. Um, yours might be a little bit slower. So, but you can see it's if you do have good broadband connection, it's relatively quick. It takes a few minutes to set up. It brings your other um, settings from before. Ask for the confirm the address, add your video services, and they have a bunch of video services like HBO, CBS, the usual players basically. It says some kind of stars, Viki. I don't know what Viki is, and we're just gonna skip this for now. Um, Most of these require login account, so if you don't have one, you won't be able to do it. And it's a set up video calling, so I'm gonna put in my phone number here. Okay, and it's gonna send the confirmation to make sure it's the right thing. So it should give me a text message. There it is. So it verifies that this is the right code. So it sends a verification code on the phone, and then it says select what to show when your display is being used, and it's got options for Google Photos. So I'm going to select that. Art Gallery. I'm going to select that. Full screen clock. Sure. We'll select all of those. Oh, okay. Sorry. It says choose an ambient mode. Google Photos, Art Gallery, full screen clock. I'm just going to use the clock. And it's got a couple of different variations. We'll set up something cool looking like this. Analog clock. Clock. So now it says Lenovo. It says installing update. So the update on the actual device is done. Um, Now it's coming up and showing me it's spinning on the display. And load chime. And there we go. It says all set. Follow the instructions in the Google Home app. Okay, so it looks like we're all set up. And jump back to the Home app. Okay, so it says bedroom display, smart display is ready. And it says now let's explore what you can do. So you click continue. And
Welcome to your new smart display. Let me show you how it works. This is the home screen, where you'll find notifications, reminders, and important information, and learn more about what your Google Assistant can do for you. Say, "Hey Google," to get started. You can ask questions, play your favorite music and videos, get step-by-step voice guidance for thousands of recipes, control smart home devices, and more. You can also ask your assistant to complete multiple actions with a single command. This is called a routine. Just say, "Hey Google, good morning," and your assistant will show you your calendar, the weather, your commute, and whatever else you need to start your day. Want to share the moment? You can video call friends and family hands-free with Google Duo. Also built in on new Android phones and available for free on iPhones. You can connect compatible smart home devices like the lights and thermostat through the Google Home app on your phone. There you can set up news and media, customize routines, and change the ambient mode, which is what you'll see when you're not using your smart display. To adjust volume or brightness, swipe up from the bottom of the screen. And anytime you want to exit, just swipe from the left edge. Give it a try now and see what your smart display can do for you.
that's it. So basically we're all set up. We've got a nice little video there. And it's ready for the commands. So we can do something like, okay, Google, what is the weather like tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Kirkland, there will be showers with a high of 63 and a low of 52.
Okay, we never get showers in Seattle, but I guess tomorrow we will. Okay, Google, play something by the Beatles.
Alright, here's the song Something. Playing from your Google Play Music library.
Okay, Google, what's 2,564 divided by 1.243?
The answer is approximately 2062.751.
Did you know that? Okay, Google, who wrote this song?
The lyrics of Something were written by George Harrison.
How old is he? See, it doesn't do follow, but if you go, okay, Google, how old is he?
He was 58 years old when he died in 2001.
Okay, Google, volume 10%. Okay, so you see, you can do all kinds of stuff like that. And obviously, it's very capable and displays nice, and you got buttons you can push. It's a touch screen, you can easily exit. It's got speaker. Um, in terms of, okay, Google, volume 90%.
You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, Google, stop. Okay, so you can see this was 90%, so you can really make it blare, and obviously when you get to that high, then it's kind of bad. But it's it can be pretty loud, and so it shows you your last commands there, and it shows you the weather by default on that screen right there, and you can change it to be this ambient screen, as they call it. It can be artwork or your photos, so it's very cool. And okay, Google, send a text message.
Who do you want to text?
Ben Moskowensky.
Ben or Ben Brewer?
Ben,
What's the message?
come check out your new smart display.
Got it. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
What's the message?
Your new smart display is ready for action.
Got it. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it.
Okay. Message sent.
See? It's as simple as that. Okay, with that, I'm going to wrap up. As you can see, we spent not too much time to set it up. It's pretty capable, nice little device. Clearly, you can do a lot of things with it. Um, and it's you can buy it at Costco. This particular version, they have two versions. They have a little more expensive, has some additional capabilities, and a little less expensive. This is the more expensive, which typically runs for 250, but this one was for 200 at Costco. So you can get the better version for $199. I'm sure they're going to come down in price as more and more manufacturers release more of these. And okay, Google, say goodbye.
See you later.